This is Raising Bosses. I'm your host, Shauna J. Ray, and on this podcast, it's a space for parents, dreamers, and entrepreneurs who believe that nurturing a family and building success can go hand in hand. These are real stories, heartfelt strategies, and a reminder that your family and your goals can grow together. So stay tuned. Hi guys, my name is Shauna J. Ray, here with you with my podcast, Raising Bosses. I'm in Cap Village today and I am interviewing Zuri. This is my pageant sister, guys. We've been following the series. I'm interviewing my pageant sisters for our upcoming pageant in May the 9th. Now, it's going to be at the Orlando Fashion Square Mall. We're here in the Orlando Fashion Square Mall where Cap Village is. So we're just going to go over some things with Zuri and chat with you guys. So thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Cap Village, for having me here. Zuri, tell us a little bit about yourself, for just a little briefing so everybody can get to know you before we start chatting.
Well, first things first, thank you so much for having me. This has been a whole experience. Again, my name is Zuri Rivera. I am from Puerto Rico, and I'm a local massage therapist and healer, and I'm just here to share the vibes.
Exactly. I love that. I'm so glad I met you through the pageant, actually, and we become very close, and I love all my pageant sisters, and I love how we get to have like this little family of us, so we do a lot of things together. And so I just wanted to come on here, highlight all of my pageant sisters, talk to them, and let them highlight themselves to you guys as well. So now, I love that you're a massage therapist too, because I do need a massage as well. Now, where are you representing?
Well, I'm representing Puerto Rico, my motherland. I'm born and raised in the island, and I am super excited to share my culture. I tried to embed my culture as much as I could in my whole pageant process and my whole pageant performance. I am half Cuban, half Puerto Rican, born and raised in Puerto Rico. And I'm excited because I'm even bringing a little bit of Cuba in my whole thing. So I'm excited for that. I want for it to be a representation of who I am fully.
I love that. I didn't know you were part Cuban as well. I love that. I just learned something new today. I love that. Okay. So, well, you definitely told me what type of seasonings you're bringing. Now, what platform are you representing, and what does that mean personally to you? But like, I want to know, like, from your side of things. Like, I don't remember how I explained it to Cassandra, but basically, like, your point of view of, like, this is what it means to me, like, as, you know, my inner child or what have you, pulling from that type of thing.
Yeah. So, actually, my platform is very close and dear to me. So my platform is domestic violence and human and sex trafficking, which I consider for them to be super, super important topics that they're very heavy and a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about it. I personally it took me forever to be able to talk about it as a survivor myself. I've been in therapy since 2018, and that is the only reason I can do this right now, just in general, just the fact that I'm here right now is thanks to my healing journey. And this was the full circle moment of that. Because for the longest time, ever since I started therapy, one of the things that I learned was that although I have gone through so much horrible stuff, what I can bring out of it is beauty and is hope for other people, for them to feel seen and to be a voice for those that don't have a voice because it has been taken away from them. So that's really my whole purpose of choosing this to be my platform, because just the pageant in itself is it's part of my healing journey. Like, signed up out of inner child healing thing, and I wasn't expecting for it to change my life in such a drastic way. I was telling Lex earlier that my whole thing with the pageant and the modeling has really been getting on this spot of radical self-acceptance. And, like there's pictures of me out there that I would have never in my life would have reposted it. I would have gotten them taken down. And it's really just been radically accepting myself to the different degrees that healing from the domestic violence and healing from all this. And, especially with the status of the world, sex trafficking being such a huge thing, especially here in Florida, being one of the main hubs, is such an important topic to bring awareness to and show the available resources.
I love that. I love that you bring into the domestic violence because we don't talk about it enough. It is very normal for people not to want to talk about it, and same here as well. And it's something that I do like to talk candidly when I get these opportunities, because this is the type of concourse we're supposed to have, talk about it like that, because I feel like you said all the things, like we all got brought together. I've been feeling this whole time that we were supposed to be brought together. We have all of these elements that we share and that are kind of similar, and it's like we're finding ourselves together with each other.
Yeah.
And we're all in this like confidence boost. I was just talking about that as well, the confidence in modeling, and you brought that up too. These things are important, and it's very funny because it was like this pageant came on at a transitionary period for us all. And we kind of just said, you know what, we're just going to do it and figure it out. And I love that you bring that to the table too, because it's like, wow, not a lot of people are really talking about it. And the more that we get out there and we sit down and talk about all of it, the confidence, like you said, posting certain things, we're all like getting out there, and then we're around each other cheering each other on in the background. I love that part. That's my favorite part ever. Like, oh my gosh, sharing all these moments together.
Same.
Now, let's see here. Now, was there a specific moment in time that shaped your mission for you? Whatever you want to explain about that, you do not have to get in depth, because it's
No.
Whatever you're willing to share.
Hey,
I'm like that about everything.
I'm an open book at this point. So really, I would say that, you mean within this journey of us being in the pageant, like, because I do have one.
No, share that, please.
So to be honest, what really solidified the importance of my role being here was in one of the events that we did, for Las Sanses, like we had some volunteers for the Sanses. I was there, and it was such an experience, because not only bringing Carnival to my people, but also the fact that I was there and people were coming to me to take pictures nonstop. I was put in one spot for a second there and just had so many people come up to me and take pictures with me. And I had this plus size girl come to me, tell me, I love you so much. You are eating so hard. I am so happy to see a plus size girl doing this, because we're never represented, especially me having an apron belly, just like how she did. It's such a thing, because there's so many plus size girls in the modeling world, but they're like plus size to a certain extent. We don't really have many apron belly girlies out there that, have it all hanging out there, just because usually it's like they're thick, but like they're either BBL'd or they just have a little pouch, like we don't really have plus size girlies out there that have this I have all this right here, you know? And that was something that was so encouraging for her. And seeing that from her, it just hit me so hard. And it really showed me the importance of me radically accepting myself and putting myself out there, regardless of the body dysmorphia, regardless of the overthinking, or just having that nagging voice from the bullying I had my whole life. Just constantly being there, like, oh, but that chicho and that, like, that roll over there, and like, oh, but like you can see the side of your fupa, like all of those things that are constantly there. So that was definitely a huge point where it no longer became just for my healing, but me to be a channel to bring healing to others, which really just cemented it for me.
That was powerful. Thank you so much for sharing, because at the end of the day, honestly, I feel like no matter what we outwardly look like, we all share some type of insecurity. Body dysmorphia is huge on every end of the spectrum. Yeah. And then we go around and we're like in our own heads about these things. Mm-hmm. And the whole time people are just heart eyes at us and we don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And representation is a huge thing, because there's so many elements of what you're representing based on what you present as. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You present as so many different things. You're a woman, you're, what ethnicity group and things like that, you know what I mean? And so we do need to, that's why I like to talk like this, because we do need to talk about it. I like to tell everybody, it's like, you don't realize, you see these people and they're so confident, and I'm not saying you're not confident, I mean it as like, we go into the movies and the things like that. Every one of these people had some sort of insecurity at one point, and we've been hard eyes at them our whole lives. But we think that they're so confident and they have everything going for them. We don't even realize.
Yeah.
And we're scared, we're overthinking. We're like, no, but what if my situation with starting this pageant too, going through transitions, going through like, well, what if I don't know what I'm doing? And those type of things can hold us back. And then if there's extra stuff, we really won't start. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm glad you started. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we all came together like this, because I knew this was going to be like such a bonding growth moment for us all. Yeah. And we both see those posts on Instagram about how pageantry really does shape and mold you, no matter what age.
Yeah, facts.
No matter what, because I felt the same way at 14. When I had my first and only pageant before this. Ooh. And now coming back into it as an adult, knowing what I felt as a child, I'm like you said, the inner child healing process. So I love that you brought all of that up. It's so like perfect and in depth. Wow. I know you're helping so many people out there. That's exactly what we're supposed to be doing.
Thank you.
I had a question, just a second.
You can always count with Pisces to bring the depth, you know.
Right? I love that. I do want to, who inspires you personally? It doesn't have to be a public figure.
Yeah, that's hard. To be honest, definitely my mom is one of them, because she just, in my own healing process, just really noticing the struggle and the effort of my ancestors. You know, my mom coming from Cuba in the peak of communism and starvation and like all these crazy stories, and it just amazes me. It just amazes me the fact that I'm here today, because everything, when I look back at the story of my dad separately and my mom separately, and how they met, especially them being in different countries, and the way that they met, just everything being so synchronistical, and the fact that, you know, there was a day where I was really just being shown everything. I was like in this deep meditation, and I was being shown all the little steps of the struggles of my ancestors and the way they moved, and how, due to all that, I am here. So really, like, they inspire me, each and every one of them, because between all their failures and all their wins and their struggles, thanks to them, I'm here. And it's just been so interesting, especially since 2023. That's when I really dove deep into connecting with my ancestors, which was part of my healing process from that domestic violence relationship. And it was all part of that journey, because I know that my therapist sometimes tells me that I idealize my trauma, but it's like how I told her once, if I don't idealize it, if I don't look for a purpose within it, then what am I gonna do? Just feel bad about myself? Just cry? Like, I gotta find something positive out of it. And one of the things that came out of it was that in the middle of the thick of it, there was a moment where I just had to surrender. I just had to fully surrender to life. I just had to fully surrender to the universe and just be like, you know what? I give up. I give up trying to do it on my own. Whatever. Whatever you want to happen, just let it happen. And being able to get out of my own way is what brought me to myself and brought me to fully embody who I have become, because during that process, one of the biggest things in domestic violence is that they slowly chip down at you until you become this blank canvas where you don't even know who you are anymore. And part of this healing journey has been able to figure out who I am, who I was, that was taken away from all the different situations where I have allowed people to dim down my light, and who I am within myself, that inner child, before all the bullying started, before all the sexual harassment started, and all these different things. And now that people see me and they're like, oh, you look so much younger than you are. And it's because I have embodied my inner child in such a way, I just strive for whimsy. And you see my car,
and I have, that's exactly what I meant. Yep.
You see my car,
You're like glitter. And,
glitter everywhere. I just have fully embodied the Disney princess lifestyle, with my birds outside. Yeah, just the soul with all the flower stickers and all my little plush toys. And that has been part of that, because adults push us, older adults, you know what I mean? They push us to, to mature, you gotta be boring.
Can't do this, can't do that.
Yeah, why can't I be colorful and a living cartoon? Why do I have to stop watching cartoons? I literally only watch cartoons. The world sucks enough for me literally to watch anything else. So it's just every day looking at things to connect with my inner self, my inner child, and who I really am before the world took it away,
Mm-hmm. No, you're preaching that one. I love, also, I know I wanted to bring this back. You spoke on therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I too was in therapy as well after my last transition, and I always wanted to do therapy, and I was so happy I was able to do it, and I learned so much from therapy, and I'm glad that you bring that up, because a lot of times people are afraid to do therapy, and my therapist explained it to me like this. When you need something fixed and you have to have surgery hurts.
Yeah.
And then you have to heal from the surgery when you get the surgery. And so it was when she said that, I was like, you know what, you're right. It is painful, and we know it's going to be painful, and we know it's going to hurt, and we don't want to do it, but it is the best thing, because after the surgery, then you're fixed, right? Or,
Yes.
Initially, slowly process, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I love that you even talked about it, because I feel personally everyone needs therapy.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of times I know there's other factors, but a lot of times we wait until something's really traumatic
Yeah.
Something's really like, oh God, I can't heal from this as like I thought I would.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more we talk about it casually, that it becomes a space where people are like, actually, I guess I should do it. Like, well, you're just doing, like you're doing it, and it seems like such a normal thing. Like, I went to the store. I actually have a friend, I saw her stories, and she would casually post about, oh, it's the day of the week that I go to therapy, and how stitch is that weekly therapy. I love it.
Yeah.
But she, that type of back and forth is something that we do need to come across, especially when we go through with these things, because you learn so much more about yourself.
Yes.
And I know I refer even to this day to certain things that the therapist, I'm like, I kind of try and embody and things like that. And it helps you with these healing processes. It helps you like put that patch on your brain, that little Band-Aid, and you can keep pushing through a lot. Yeah. And it makes you stronger. The toolkit is what she calls it. Toolkit.
The toolkit,
yeah. Have your toolkit ready, I actually thought of like an actual like boom.
Yeah. It's like the Batman.
Yeah, the Batman
belt.
I've got every weapon.
Just like boom.
I've got this. Like that's the best way to explain it. Especially modernized.
Thought diffusion and
everybody loves freaking Batman. So perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, what does the community mean to you, especially within the Caribbean culture?
Ooh. Yeah, the community is so important. I feel that, coming here, like being a child of the diaspora, as we all are, it's really important because there's a way that, especially if you come from the island, there's a way that you get so sanitized. And the experience is totally different, because we are countries that we thrive on community. We have all these common spaces that we don't really share here, right? And we see those around the world, especially a lot in Europe, where there's like spots where people just congregate. Same like in Puerto Rico, you're walking down the street, there's the plaza, you have like people just chilling around, walking, having a coffee and stuff like that. Stuff that you don't really experience like that here unless you have very specific communities. Because everything is just so spread out. You need to have a car, and just the culture in general here is very like being on your own. Like most people don't even know who their neighbors are. And that was such a culture shock for me, which it's so funny because being in the island, I wanted to move here because I was so tired of the nosy neighbors. And now I'm like, damn, I wish I had nosy neighbors. Like, it's
that feel like when you grow up with a whole bunch of siblings and they're like, I want a big family type of
exactly
I miss my siblings.
Yeah, exactly. And definitely being here has been such a huge thing because it brings the Caribbean closer together. It helps us share our cultures with each other, and the little differences and the similarities that we have in between, and really break down the paradigms that have been created by colonialism in itself as a part of keeping us separate from each other. And it's such a breath of fresh air having spaces like Cat Village that really bring us together, and it helps us connect more as a community. Especially like talking about mental health, it's such a big part of the process because there's these big stigmas when it comes to therapy within our Caribbean community, and being able to bring this topic that is a hard topic that our elders don't usually feel so comfortable about. I did wanted to bring something because we were talking about therapy before this, but I also do agree that everybody should have at least some therapy. Yeah, because it does give you this tools that a lot of people are not aware that are available to them. And I've heard a lot of people talk therapy doesn't work for me. But the thing is that Yeah, exactly. It's just, even if you've tried it before, it's not gonna be a hit and a win every time. Like, you have to find someone that really aligns with you. You know, you can't just go to just some random therapist and boom, you'll find success there. Like, you really got to find a therapist that really aligns with you, that you feel comfortable with, that they know how to manage the specifics of who you are. You know, as a neurodivergent, and with all these specifications about myself, finding the right therapist is such a huge thing, because there's like some horrible therapists out there, like just being
just
straight up.
Some might not mesh with you.
Yeah, there's people that I've seen some horror stories, and that's why it's important to just get other opinions, like, you didn't vibe with this therapist so much. My therapist, she's Colombian, so I feel so comfortable because I can just speak Spanglish whenever. She specializes in all my things. So I have been so blessed that, although there was a moment where she went off to take a break and then came back to her own practice, and I was trying other therapists, it was not the same. So when the time came, I'm like, it's been a year already, let me see if she's doing her thing. And I was able to get her back. And it's just such a breath of fresh air when you have someone that has been working with you for so long, because I have been working with her nonstop all these years. And it has really been life-changing. But it's not only the work that you do with therapy, which is where I feel like a lot of people struggle with, is really the work that you do outside of therapy. Like all these little things, like the act of signing up for the pageant, doing these things where you're challenging yourself, even when you feel like you're like, oh my God, this is so scary. Like, for example, like one that I'm working on right now. I know I am not the body type for Victoria's Secret, but Victoria's Secret got the casting going on. I'm like, hey, what's the worst that they can do? Say no? Okay, whatever.
You might be the new body for it, because representation matters.
Yeah.
And that's why I like that we talk about that as well, because like you said, and I love that you brought up Cap Village being like a community thing too.
Yeah.
Because I say that all the time. They brought this here, something I've always thought about, having a space where we can kind of mingle, have so many events, do so many things here. And like, it has brought a community. That's why we found each other. Yeah. It's given us so many opportunities besides the pageant.
Yeah.
We're just in the pageant, and we're like, wait, we're in the middle of it now, so we're in a lot of things, and I love that. And I love sharing that with you. Yeah. Now, for everyone out there, what are some new projects, as well as how can they support you? Like, where can they find you on social media so they know where to go back to you and what you do?
Yeah, so I was definitely going through a being hidden away moment, preparing, but I am so excited because I have so much stuff to come out with. So please, 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 please follow me on Instagram at savage.zuri. Zury. Same on TikTok, Savage Zuri without the dot. And I'm trying to get my handle the same for everything. On Snap, I am Zuri N, because I've had that forever. So
you can change it on Snapchat now?
Huh?
You can change it on Snapchat now? Back in my day, you couldn't change it on Snapchat.
I don't know, actually. I've had the same username my whole life. That's why people be like, how is your username so short? Because there's I've had it forever. So I'm not changing it. And then hopefully Twitter soon. It's coming up. But yeah, I have a lot of exciting things coming up with Cap Village and with the group. With the group. Stay tuned for July. We have an awesome swim fashion show in July.
What about your business? Do you have a business?
Yes, I do, but right now my whole business page is under construction. I'm rebranding a lot.
Well, I mean, they want to follow you, so when you're finished branding, right?
True.
You have it, they'd be there already.
Yeah. My business is the Divine Sanctum. It's long, so that's why
I don't think I follow.
Yeah, it's right now. It's like there, but I'm actually gonna start posting soon because I found some photo shoots I did with Agile a couple of years back. So I'm peeping. I want to do something very aesthetic for the page. That's why. So stay tuned. I will be tagging it on my main page. So just follow my main page and I'll keep you posted with everything.
Of course, yeah, we want them to be able to find you regardless, because then you're going to rebrand and they're going to be there already.
Yeah, the name is going to be the same.
Oh, so there you go. So even better, just to follow that, because everybody understands that.
Yeah.
Well, Zuri, that was awesome, by the way. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing, because I did learn some new things. As much as we are, like, we've become so close, I'm like, how did I not know half of these things? That's terrible. I feel like a terrible sister.
No.
So I appreciate you so much. Again, another thanks to Cap Village and them accommodating this platform for us and having these events for us and doing all